you can be involved in the mission of God. Because it is really that simple, isn't it?
Yes, yeah.
Whether that's putting the kettle on for someone who comes to church for the first time and has a good experience, for the baptism families that we'll all get through the door, for the maybe there are bereavement services. Could you bake a cake? Again, a lot of people could do that. I think it's about making it really, really easy. And the same way we do this journey with giving, don't we? We try and encourage people to give, and then hopefully they'll take a bigger journey of faith. I think we need to do that with serving. And just to say, it might sound like it's all going well. We regularly have a crisis in our team meetings of like, who's going to do this? We've got no one to serve this. And some of it is the personal ask and the personal calling out of a gift. So I don't say, I try, we do every now and again, but try not to go, we could really do with some people to help on this rota. I'm more likely to go,
yes.
Victoria, I've really noticed how when someone comes new into church, you're the first person to speak to them. I notice how you see that. I think that's a gift you have. We're starting this Alpha course. I would really value you to come on. All I'm asking you to do is put the kettle on. And suddenly we can feel empowered to do that and seen that the gifts who we are, calling that stuff of God out of people. But I would say the other thing I've learned, as well as God picks a team, is the harvest is plentiful, the labourers are few, and I pray more for team probably than I do for salvation, because I know I can't do one without the other, or the Lord can't do one without the other.
Gemma, that is fantastic. Who could say no to you? And it's also a really important point, isn't it? That, you put something in our newsletter, nobody comes forward, but you've got to tap people on the shoulder. And also, whether it is taking that first step in serving tea or coffee, or that first step in inviting somebody to something, given that it is the prevenient role of the Spirit. The Holy Spirit decides who's going to say yes, but it's our faithfulness is around asking lots of people. It's when they first do it, take that first step, you can't stop people. It's getting people over that threshold. Now, I want to focus now on migrating people from being beneficiaries of our programs through to active faith, discovering faith, and then growing in faith. Because I think it was Archbishop Justin who said we are in danger of being just another NGO with a lot of historic buildings. How do we actually make that transition? And we've been looking, I think, in the diocese at three different routes in part. One is making sure the people who actually deliver these programs are themselves, because sometimes they don't sort of realize the connection, are themselves trained in relationship building and relational evangelism. Secondly, making sure that there is an invitation, for every church activity, a next invitation further on to explore faith. And thirdly, that people can actually, in many cases, discover faith within the particular context of that social action project, where the team becomes in itself a missional community. And Alex, I would love you to share a little bit about the work that you've been doing, which is really leading edge on making those projects church.